Once again live. Pretty crazy thought. So here's what we're looking at. We got the NASDAQ. Looks pretty range bound right now, so we are not going to place a trade, at least not a trend following trade, until we're not going to place a trend following trade until it breaks out of this little range we have here. Let me move over. Market's about to open, by the way. It's about to open in about like 30 seconds. Gotta move over my volume profile here. Oh, you need to do that. So it looks like on the ES at least we're getting a little bit of a pullback, entering kind of like a range bound situation here too. So I'd like to see a clearer trend kind of break out here. Alright, so market's open. Get the market open here. 29.30.02 here. Move this over. Yep. Like I said on the NASDAQ, we're not looking to place a trade right now. Learned yesterday's lesson. When it's range bound, we do not want to trade trend following. Range bound, we'd rather trade mean reversion tactics, but I'd rather just skip trading and like just stick with trend following. See if we can break out on the upper hand here. Still have this upward resistance over here. See if it respects this. Here we go. Can finally move this over here. Buyer has pushing up. Looks like we might be in an uptrend right now. Like to see it break out first. A little bit parabolic here on the NASDAQ. Like to see it break above these highs here at 96.90. As for the ES here, let's see if we're not going to make newer lows. Okay, so it's going to break past the 13 EMA, going to retest the 21 EMA there, the middle EMA. It's going to test that area. Okay, we're going to push up. Let's see if we can't make newer highs here. Push up. Push up here. Nice. So we're breaking out of that 96.90 area. Next area of interest is this 96.94. We're gonna get a sell off right there. All the way back down to the 21 EMA. Nice 5-point push there. 10-point push there. Gonna be very patient with the setup this time around. I do not just want to jump into a trade right now. Let's wait here, see if we can push above the 65 or 95 area. 95 area on the NASDAQ here. A little bit of a short-term downtrend here you can see on the ES. After that, kind of a decent rally after hours yesterday. Decent rally after hours yesterday. Trading right around the point of control right now on the NASDAQ. Let's see if we are going to push lower or not. If we push lower. Alright, so we are pushing lower right now on the NASDAQ. Staying within that range still. You can see here. This kind of range area. Probably would have been a decent setup. Looks like it's going to run out of steam right here. Point of control just flipped all the way to the bottom there. It's the red line. Okay. Oh, it's right on the value area low, I think. Yeah. So we're getting a bounce off of the 34 EMA there on the NASDAQ. Like I said again, I'd like to see a breakout of this 96.95 area before we place a trade. We might not even place a trade today, to be honest with you guys. But we're still looking for opportunities here, just waiting for patiently some kind of setup here. Yep, we're hitting that top of that range again and then receiving another sell-off here. Let's see how this uptrend handles itself now. I mean, ever since open as well, you could see it, once it broke past this kind of area right here, used it as like support, and then it's been trading within its own tiny range here on the NASDAQ. Point of control on the ES pretty much flipped here on the value area low. Looks like a decent uptrend on the ES, but I'd like to see it break out as well above this this 112 area. Point of control just flipped again on the NASDAQ here. Not really any opportunities that I could see here. Possible short play for mean reversion, but I'm a trend follower, so I don't know if I want to play that or not. I'd like to see this push up above the 95 area. Kind of cracking it a little bit. See how it reacts to this area. Making higher lows, that's for sure. Making higher lows. Let's see this break out above this 95 area here. And then I'd like to see a pullback. If it breaks out with momentum, I'd like to see a pullback to that 13 EMA. Get an entry long on the 13 EMA. If it's parabolic, if it's not, we'll wait for a pullback to the 21 or 34 EMA there. The middle and slower ones. Let's add an ATR trailing stop here. Let's do the 21, 3.5 here. This is too much on the screen, I think. Okay, whatever. Yep, thank you. Volume profile, we could hide the volume profile for now. I think. Price break up here. I mean, we could get rid of this. Getting a little bit of a push here. Alright, we're gonna wait for a pullback now to this 13 EMA here. I'd like to add some to this 13 EMA. Gonna get rid of this volume profile right now. Kind of clocking up the screen. I'd like to see a oh, not quite touching back here. I think we're in a strong uptrend now. At least a decent one. Gonna see a pullback to this 13 EMA. I'm gonna place a stop like right below there. Oh, there could have entered long there on the ES. I'd like to add a long here on either one. Seems to respect the 21 on that one, I guess. Very parabolic right now. I'm gonna enter in over there. Pushed up new highs of day right now. Looking to enter in long here on this pullback. This could be a big trend right now. Like to see a pullback. This entry down here would have been nice, right? That would have been right at open. This entry right here. Seeing a hold right there. This would have been easily 30 points by now. 30, 35 points. But like I said, do not want to trade while it's in the range. We got burned yesterday kind of doing that, so like to see it outside of the range first, confirmed outside of the range before we get in the long on any of these positions. Getting a sell off now. I'd like to add one. ES here. I'm gonna cancel the one on the ES. I'm gonna just add on the. It seems like a weaker trend right now on the ES at least. Hasn't even broken these highs yet actually. Looking to add on the. Gonna add just a starting position on the NASDAQ here. Like to see. Kind of reaching the upper end of this counter channel here. Kind of reaching the upper end on the counter channel. Not quite getting a price breakout on the ES yet. It's gonna run off without us here. I'd like to get an entry at some point to this pullback. This is just gonna run off without us. A little bit disappointing there. Would have liked to gotten in on one of these pullbacks. Should have gotten long over here at some point. Gonna cancel that order there. A little bit disappointing there. Missing out on a big move here. Pushing up parabolic on this NASDAQ push here. This would have been a beautiful move here. Beautiful move on the NASDAQ. Would have liked to get filled at some point on this pullback once it broke out, but too much momentum. Getting a pullback here. I'd like to join the bid. Oh my god. Ah, man. Come on. I'd be risking too much to enter in at the top there. I'd like to see a pullback. Let's try to stay calm. Try not to get emotional here. Like, still get entry on the ES here if it breaks out above. I'd like to get long there on the ES. My god, that's so disappointing on the NASDAQ there. Should have gotten long. I mean, no, we followed our rules. We followed our rules. Like, I mean, in hindsight, it makes sense that we should have gotten long on one of these pullbacks down here, right? But god damn it. This would have made up for a lot of losses. Entering down here, it did not even break below except right here for a tick, but our stop loss would have been down here. Oh yeah. Oh, now it's running. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. I don't know how much momentum this baby's gonna have left now. Yeah, the one good trade and we're missing an entry because it didn't follow our entry signal rules. Parabolic all the way up to the 6 ATR trailing stop there. Getting a little bit heated right now. Such a big move here. Let's try to calm down. Still have an entry possibility on the ES here. NASDAQ pushing up all this way, but ES still not getting a signal yet, so still possibility there. Like to see a price breakout there. Yep, we're going to get a price breakout on the ES there. Let's see a pullback. We're waiting very patiently right now. Could have been an entry here too, but didn't quite touch the EMA there. Should have just gotten long. Nothing's going to work out perfectly in the real world. Oh my god, ES pulling up there. Oh my god, imagine if we got in right here. That's almost 70 points on the NASDAQ. Oh, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Easily 70 points from the 70 area all the way up to almost 40 now. 70 points. Oh, yeah. Just a feels bad man moment. I mean, there's always another day, always trading. It's always another day, but opportunities like this don't come by very often. Look at that range bound yesterday. Holy crap. We are parabolic on the NASDAQ. Kicking myself in the foot here. Shooting myself in the foot. Kicking myself down here. Missing out on that entry. Oh my god, Lord have mercy. It's whatever, you know what I mean? It's whatever. Forget it now. For a pullback. Let's not turn this into a losing trade. Let's not get FOMO and jump in, you know what I mean? Let's not do one of those. I'd like to see how it reacts down in this bottom level here. I'd like to see how it reacts to this EMA. Still consolidating up here. Not quite touching the EMAs either. Quite a parabolic move there. Even if we entered in long right here, it would still be locking in profit. Oh yeah. It's not gonna be picture perfect every time. Not gonna be picture perfect every time. ES breaking out on the upside there. I would like to see a pullback on the ES here for an entry long, but we're gonna have to be very patient. Very patient. Might not get a pullback. Getting a pullback now on the Nasdaq. Like to see signs of slowing down a little bit. Disappointing. It's always tomorrow. Like I said, there's always tomorrow, but this was a beautiful entry long. Beautiful entry long. Wanted to wait for the breakout there. Wanted to wait for the breakout. Beautiful entry long there. Wanted to wait for the breakout. Waited for the breakout and there wasn't a pullback. How disappointing. Excuse me. Yeah. Oh yeah. Right now, not doing much. Waiting for something to happen here. Looking for an entry long on one of these trades here. But looks like movement kind of slowed down on all the charts here. Going parabolic once again on the thing there. Come on, dude. This just feels terrible. Trading, like missing out like this, just feels terrible. We have to accept that it's going to happen. No matter what. Just part of the game, part of trading, missing out. The market's always going to move without us. Finally getting a pullback here.
Order filled.
We're going to jump in long there on the 21 EMA.
Order filled.
Oh my god, taking a loss there. Jumping in on the pullback there. Looks like it was due for a trend change. What can we learn from this? If it comes back, I'd like to enter in. Once again, but alright, so what can we learn from this? How much of a loss was that? It's a decent loss, I think, right? 220. What can we learn from this? Just follow my it's not bad, right? Alright, let's get in long there.
Order filled.
Get in long right on the 21 again. Like to see this push up again. See how it reacts to this 34. EMA. ES is still pushing up here. Makes a newer low here. I'm gonna exit. Looking to exit at a newer low here. But would like to see this baby push up a little bit. Still not quite making a newer low yet, so we're still in the trade. Still holding for now. For ES to push this baby up. Alright, we're gonna exit there.
Order filled.
Looks like this could be a trend change here. Let's calm down for a second here. So what happened? What happened? Let's recap. Should have entered in long here. Recap 2020, right? Let's do a trading recap. Should have entered in long right at the 70 level. On that pullback. Once we saw it kind of reject, not make newer lows here. Should have entered in long. Even if we missed this entry, should have entered in long back over here. Once we saw that it did not make a newer low. Price broke out. Could have added here. Chance to add there. Kept pushing, pushing, pushing. Sell off. Bought the dip here. Bought the dip here. The 21. Did not respect the 21. Taking 2 losses there. Down $422 right now. Down trying to buy the dip here. Instead of making money, easily making money. We bought the dip a little bit too late. Should have seen that. Once it touches the outer bands like that, it means it's went up probably too much. What can we learn from this? I did buy the dip. Didn't work out because I already went up too much. Should have entered in way earlier, not at the end of the trend. I mean, there's no way to know that this was the end of the trend, but the probability was that it was going to be the end of the trend because it ran up already so much. It was likely to happen, even though you never know when it's going to end until it does happen. All right, what can we do better next time? Take the chance earlier, I suppose, if it's not making a newer low for an uptrend. If it's not making a newer high on the downtrend, enter in on the pullbacks if it's not doing that. Right? And if it does, for some reason, continue, then just exit the trade, take the loss. Right? There's no reason to I'm not worried about the $422 loss right now. That's not what I'm worried about. I'm worried about improving our trading because a winner can push this beyond it's possible. Let's go back to the old system, see what would have happened. So we would have gotten a breakout entry right there. Stayed in long. So right there. Right, actually, ironically, right where we entered in. There. Super trend. I'd like to see this up to the 3.5 that we had it before. Actually, we would have had an entry signal right here pretty early on. Would have had an entry signal pretty early on there. This would have been a huge winner for the old system. Like a humongous winner. Let's check out the old system right here. We would have just gotten a signal on that breakout up here. Just technically would still be long on that one. But with this signal, right, we would have entered in at much less risk. That's what the new system. New system allows us to enter in at much less risk. So we're gonna stick with the new system, even though much less risk, much greater reward when it does pan out. Just gotta wait for the next time it'll pan out. That's all that's really happening here. Looking like a short up there. On that move there.
Order filled.
It's good short. It's looking like a short. We'll place our stops a little bit here if it makes a newer high right now. We will exit. All right,
Order filled.
We're gonna make a new high there. Taking a small loss there. We're gonna push down actually. Exited a little bit too early there. That actually makes me feel a little bit better about myself. Right about direction. Getting the sell off there. Okay, we'll enter on the next one then. The next entry signal. That's fine. Not quite making a newer low there. Technically in a downtrend right now. Let's place a sell limit there at 18. Stops there at 28. Not quite reaching our entry point there. NQ kind of flattening out right now. Same thing with the S&Ps. S&P's kind of flattening out as well. Get a decent rally higher low there as well, as opposed to that one. I'd like to be short right now. Looking for an entry signal to be short.
Order filled.
We're gonna get short there. Place our stops up here at this 28 level. 20, 25 looks like. You guys pushing up here. Not looking good for a NASDAQ trade here. Still not quite hitting our stop yet though. Let's see if the S&P can't get a double top here and sell off. That would help our direction on the NASDAQ short here. NASDAQ not really moving that much, but we are negative right now on this NASDAQ trade. If we take a loser, that is fine. Looks like it's going to hit our stop loss actually. Not quite. Very close though. The ES is still pushing up here.
Stop filled.
Okay, let's look for an entry in long here. We're back. Gonna go use the restroom real quick. This one. Hold on. Let me add the screen. Add a source here. I think we'll call it there for a day. Taking 4 losses. Decent losing day today. Down 640 today, but we can make it back. I know we can. I've had way bigger winners in just one trade, so gonna call it a day there on the stream. Thank you everyone for watching. Even though it was a losing day, we learned a lot today about optimizing our new system here, but it happens, you know. We take losers. We're wrong most of the time. It's just that our winners are bigger. So